some etymology and wait, is it that wait, let me see, y'all. Etymology. Oh, look at me.
All right, so etymology is the study of the origin of words and the way in which their meanings have changed throughout history, but we're just going to call it the study of words. So, etymology time. Confidence in one's own worth or abilities, or self respect. A feeling of deep admiration for someone or something elicited by their abilities, qualities, or achievements.
What's up, guys? So today we're going to be talking about our next selfie, which is going to be self-esteem or self-respect. So this is definitely one of my favorite ones. I really believe respect is number one in general in any relationship you have. Any relationship with your family members, with your friends of the opposite sex or same sex, whatever you choose, your lover. Respect is always number one. I don't care what you say. You can't trust me if you don't respect me. You can't love me if you don't respect me. So respect holds a lot of value, but it's very hard for others to respect you when they see you don't respect yourself. So you have to have that good amount of self-esteem, that good amount of self-respect. I think with the generation we live in, we have social media, and it's so easy to get sunk into their worlds, the worlds of other people in their perfect life that really doesn't exist. And so it gets hard sometimes when you're probably struggling or just trying to figure out what you want to do with your own life, and money's not right, and things just aren't going the picture perfect way you thought they were going to go. And you get online and you see all these people traveling and eating out at these restaurants, and they have new outfits all the time. It's for the birds. Now, don't get me wrong, some people live in their best life. Shout out to them. And there's no shame in showing people that you live a good life. But a lot of times we envy and we're jealous of things that are really just an illusion. People show us what we want, what they want us to see about their lives. They can have a whole other world going on behind closed doors that we have no idea about. But it takes us being honest with ourselves and saying, yeah, they might be doing this, but what I'm doing right now in my own personal journey, my own personal life, because they don't have anything to do with your personal life. Obviously, you're looking at them over social media. Um, it's just to say, hey, I'm good with my own life. I am good with my own talents. I'm good with my own gifts, and I know I have my own thing that I can share as well. So I'll tell you guys a story. Last year, I went through like a depression, and that's the only way I can describe it. And I isolated myself from a lot of people, and I deleted all of my social media apps because I just even to see the app was too tempting to click on it and get on there and be sad looking at other people's lives. So I just deleted everything so that I could cleanse myself and get to know myself a little bit better. And I was off of it for 3 months. And by the time I made the decision to come back on, it was strictly based off of the fact that I had learned how to love myself. I had learned how to grow spiritually. I had learned that I was okay with my life. I was okay with not having to show off. And, a lot of the times I was looking at things like I took a lot of cute pictures, or, I had fun and I was doing things where I was recording videos, but I didn't feel the need to share them with anybody. It was just like, dang, I'm living a good life, and people don't have to know that I'm living a good life, and I really don't have to know what they're doing with their life either. And that made it really easy for me to get back on social media, because when I got back on, it was like, I'm glowing too, sis. I'm chilling too. Like, I'm good too. So it made it a lot easier for me when I did get back on social media to just sit there and say, wow, I'm so happy that they're doing this because I'm doing this, and it made that much easier for me. So I think the first step in coming towards self-esteem or self-respect is saying, what is my gift? What do I have to offer? if you don't know what you have to offer, then right off top, your self esteem is probably kind of shut because it comes from having a confidence in your own ability. But if you don't even know what your ability is, if you don't even know what you can do amazingly, there's nothing there to build off of. So the first question is going to be, what gift do I have to share with the world? For example, my gift, as I said earlier, would be the gift of knowledge, the gift of education. I love to talk. I've always been a talker.
And if you give me the mic, I'm going to go on and on and on and on. And I know everybody that knows me personally is like, hey man, this girl talks way too much. Don't care. I'm going to keep talking.
That's me. I've always been that person because if I feel like it's something that needs to be clarified, or if I feel like somebody's saying something that, again, is ignorant or just doesn't make sense, I'm like, but really, da 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 da. And I have to start talking and explaining because I just don't like miscommunications or information being put out there that's wrong and doesn't make sense. So I believe in expanding minds, and that's where I found my gift. I talk a lot, but hey, by the end of it, you're going to learn something, and I'm going to spark something in your head to think about yourself differently. I'm going to have you driving home thinking about yourself, or staying up late at night after this video like, what can I offer to the world?
Because you're not just here to have a job and pay bills and die.
I know that's what it seems like, but it's actually really whack. You have to step out of your comfort zone. You cannot do the same thing forever. All right, once you figure out what your gift is, then it's time to start utilizing it in your life. Hello, that's the point of it. Yeah, you can have the idea. Ideas are great. Ideas are amazing, but we cannot live in our heads. Stop living in your head. You have to put some action behind it. Say it with me. Action. Anyways, so you have to put some action behind it. How are you going to utilize it? And when you start utilizing it, please note, you will mess up. You will have to learn lessons. You will have to take L's. You will have to take L's. It's okay. It's a part of the journey. It's my favorite part, actually, because once it's done, and I can say, girl, no, you don't do that. It's the reason why your grandparents know so much and why they try to stop you from doing silly things, because they're like, baby, now I told you, I done been there, I done did that. You got to add a little extra water to this when you cook that, or you don't use oil on it. Whatever it is, they know because they done messed up. They ain't going to say that part. They ain't going to say, I'm telling you this because I messed up. And that's the reason they trying to tell you, look, I did this already. It ain't work like that. And I know it ain't work, so let me help you out before you do it. But it's okay. You have to learn your own lessons on your own. So when you do find your gift and when you do start to try to utilize it, do not give up because it might not work in some arenas or how you're trying to utilize it. You can always, the truth is, your gift is your purpose. And if you're using it, the universe, God, is always going to find a way to make sure it works perfectly and divinely in order. So once you find it, don't be ashamed that the idea you had in your head didn't necessarily work. It's okay. Because you know your purpose, you won't always have a clear vision. Even when you know your purpose, you will not always have a clear vision. And that's okay. So you're going to probably mess up because you're kind of battling your plan with God's plan. And whose plan do you think is always going to win? Hello. So your L's come from you trying to make a plan for your purpose instead of following God's plan for your purpose. It's okay, though. That's how you learn how to get more in line. It's when you're sitting in traffic and you're like, man, I don't feel like sitting here. So you start taking back roads, and then you realize 45 minutes later, I probably should have just stayed in the traffic. I probably would have been there by now. It's okay. It's the same thing. You might be feeling like your purpose isn't moving. It's not going anywhere. Like, I'm going to be sitting here forever trying to get this off the ground. So you start trying to detour and do your own little thing. And God's like, just trust the process. Sit here in traffic for a little bit. What are you going to learn while you're sitting in traffic? What are you going to discover about yourself while you're sitting in traffic? Because you can't do anything. You know what I mean? It's that time to sit and listen, be still. Do anything that you know you have a gift or a talent or a craft for. Don't be stopped by the fear of failure. Um, Keep going, keep believing in yourself. What you have is put in you for a reason. You have to utilize it. So I think it's so beautiful that we all have our own personal gifts and abilities that we were born. Literally, the reason why we're on earth having this human experience is to spread that with other people. So I definitely believe my gift is of knowledge, is of education, of spreading good word. And that's what I love to do. So that's why I'm here today, sitting here talking to you guys about self-esteem and self-respect is going. So that is it. I am done. If you have any questions, any comments, don't be shy. Please like and subscribe. We're trying to get this movement out there. We're trying to support, I can't even say women, individuals who are finding their purpose and their path and trying to push it. So whenever you see it, just promote it, just push it, just know it's good intentions. We love you. Well, I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.